love having the week to get away from everything that's going on at home, everything, just kind of the pressures of everyday life. It's really nice to kind of be like disconnected and unplugged here at Pondy, and just being surrounded by just so many like-minded positive people who are also walking with God, because that's not something you get to really do in everyday life.
Mount Hermon is the happiest place on earth for me. Like the whole year, I just look forward to coming back to camp and meeting new people. It's really exciting for me, especially because during the school year, I feel like I tend to drift away from God sometimes. And I still go to church every Sunday, but coming back to Pondy, it is a renewing of faith.
I haven't worshiped in a really long time, so it's been good to come here and worship and think about just life and how it's been going for me so far.
The father has been sitting at the end of his driveway, waiting. While he was still a long ways off, he could see his son. What that means is that he was waiting and watching. Think about all that needed to go on for him to run his household. All the things that he had to do. People would say, can you come and help us because we need some help because the plow broke or the ox is sick or whatever the deal is. And he's like, no, I'm sitting at the end of the driveway because one day my son might come to his senses and come around the corner. How many days did the father sleep in his chair at the end of the driveway, looking down the road, hoping, desperately longing that one day he could open his arms and accept his son if he came to his senses? That is good news. He was waiting and diligent to the task. That's how wide our God's arms are open. Turn and receive it. Give your life to him. Trust him with your heart, your future, your salvation.
During middle school and through the beginning of high school, I was very lost with life. I had a lot of problems with my family and friends, and I didn't handle it in the best ways to express my emotions. And ever since I started coming to camp, I found new ways to cope with it and understand that it's a part of life, and we're never too far away to come back.
I would say that even when you feel he's not really there, or you feel alone, lost, what have you, the truth of the matter is that you're really not. That's really good to hear, because I think being alone is one of the most terrifying things for anyone.
I'll have something like camp, especially, that's just created this solid foundation for me to fall back on. So I know that going forward, no matter what happens, God has my back one way or another.
He does have the capability to love something as much as he does, and love everyone as much as he does. It was definitely a night where I felt like I was found by God, and it was awesome.
it's really showing like even though we have sinned and like we do these things that we might think separates us from God, like we are never lost because He is always right there next to us.
It's not just like a one and done type of thing, and I can always turn to Him even when I think no one else is there.
Everybody goes through something, and it may be something small and maybe something big, but in the end God is always there for you, and He's here to support you and to help any way He can.